Hi guys, nithemba siku ra n'wina a ri ri kahle. So today I am doing a vlog. So I basically just wanted to talk about what's been happening right now in my life during this December season regarding my schoolwork. So I am profusely, is that how you say, profusely behind with my schoolwork. Like, maybe profusely is even an understatement, right? I am, like it's gonna take quite a lot, to get me up to speed, and that's what I'm trying to do right now. So this year has been very hectic work-wise, especially the last half of the year. It has been mad hectic. So I found myself falling behind with schoolwork, actually not even starting really. The semester started in October, and obviously now we are like reaching the midterms, right? So a lot of the submissions are in January, meaning I have a lot of work to do now during the December season. It's not going to be me resting and all that stuff. I literally just have to pull up my socks and get this thing done, because I'm not about to repeat these modules. I mean, the rand to pound exchange rate is not to my favor. Our currency is not that great. So basically I've got a project coming up for one of my modules, which is Introduction to Programming 2. I did one last year, or was it last semester? No, last year. I did one last year, and now I'm doing two. So it's literally a series of two from what I've seen on the syllabus. And the projects now that I need to do, actually the one project that I need to do, basically I need to build an application, and there's an option of three of them. The one option is a drawing application. The other one is a music visualizer, and the third one is a data visualization application. So, I mean, I looked at all of them. Initially, when I started the semester, I thought I would do a music visualizer because it sounded very exciting. I saw an example of what they want us to produce, and I'm like, oh, this would be so cool. I mean, I'm sure you can imagine why. I was really excited about it, right? But then looking at time right now, it is not going to be cool to do it at all. So reason being, I looked at what is required from, producing a music visualizer, and it's not coding that I'm strong at. And I just feel like I'm not going to do that to myself. I don't want this challenge. Had I started actually focusing on it in October, I would have been okay, because I was going to be okay with taking on a challenge and learning, something new in coding. But now I'm just like, no, it's not time to be taking on challenges. It's time to actually get the job done. So what I decided really is doing data visualization. And the reason I chose it over the drawing app, because I do think the drawing app is an easier one for me to do as well. I literally could have just chosen that one, but I thought it's boring. No shade to people who chose it. But for me, I'm just like, no, it's boring. I mean, I never even used that drawing app. Actually, let me not lie. The last time I used that drawing app was when my late father bought me my first computer in 1998, somewhere there. And it was a Windows 94 or 95 computer, and I don't remember which one had a drawing app, but all I remember is that had a drawing app. It even came with like a whole gaming motherboard and joysticks and all that, and it used to be a wonderful time for me and my dad to bond with it. And as a kid at that time, because I was born in 1990. So at that time I could have been 8 or 9. I think I was 8, if not 7 or 8, I don't remember. And as a kid, I mean, drawing apps for me were like the thing. I like drawing stick figures and painting faces on them and all that stuff. But today, to create that application for me, I just felt like, no ways, boring, boring, boring. So I then chose data visualization, and that is because that's what I do on a daily basis at work. Literally, what I'm working on now is basically putting together the plan on how I'm going to execute my my project. And the reason I need to do that actually is also because it's part of the marking criteria. So actually, I think 70%, no, I'm lying, because I think it's about maybe 55% of it. I think 55% of it is about your planning, more like a project management, how you're going to be doing your project management. And then I think 15% of that is, how you package together that project management, the writing. And then 20% of that, oh my goodness, my math is going away. And then 20% of that, I think it's on the actual progress that you've done in terms of your coding. So already I could see that, okay, as much as I'm behind on my coding, if I can at least get these, admin type of tasks out of the way and, perfect them by all means, then at least I will get some pass mark. I'm praying I would get some pass mark. So yeah, so what I'll be showing you today is the app that I'm using, or the tool that I'm using to actually help me with this. I'm going to be using Miro, and it's a tool that I also use at work. And I mean, it's for me, it's by far the best because it is cheap. Actually, you don't even pay for it, come to think about it. I think I'm confusing it with Figma. So yeah, it's free, hey. I think if you want to collaborate though, there's a fee that you pay if you have more than XYZ users, I think, on your board. And if you want extra things, I don't remember, but I mean, right now I'm using it for my personal use, so I don't need to pay anything for it. Oh yeah, but I do think I only have a maximum of 3 boards that I can create on it. And I think if I want more than that, then that's when, the payments start. So yeah, so what I'll be showing you now is basically how I plan on using the tool, how the tool looks like and what you can get out of it. I'll just be more specific to what I'm doing. So if you're also interested in using Miro, then by all means, have a look. So this is my Miro board, and you can see up here I've got different boards that are open. This is your URL ITP2, my URL ITP2 project. And if I want to change the name, really, I just need to double click there and I can change the name here. And my description is my data visualization application. And if you get out of there, this is basically where I have my project plan in the form of a skeleton, if I can put it that way. So I've got these frames that will house the different artifacts that I need to produce in order to, get to the point where I'll start doing my coding. So the first frame, let me quickly scroll to the side. The first frame I will put here on my brainstorming work. Then my second frame will be my wireframes. My third frame will be the features diagram that I will basically extract from the wireframes. And then this frame will basically have the features roadmap. So out of this diagram, I'm going to put the different features here and put a roadmap to show by when do I need to complete this feature and so forth. Then I'm going to do some prioritization. So this uses your Fibonacci sequence. So I'll just see how I utilize this, but I definitely need it because of I want to try and make sure that by the time I need to submit this, I've at least done enough coding to show the progress that I have. So as much as my midterm doesn't want, I don't need to have completed the entire application. I just need to show progress. So I want to make sure that this will help me to show that progress. So meaning focusing on those quick wins, focusing on those, easy codes that can be completed within a short sprint, basically. Then this is this frame basically will have my Kanban board, and then the last frame will be the code diagram that diagrams rather that I will produce based on the different stories that I will be on my Kanban board. So maybe I should just show you guys the templates, right? So with Miro, I love it because it's got a host of templates. So there's templates that come from Miro and there's templates that come from the Miro community. I haven't really explored the ones that come from the community, but I like, the ones from Miro are just good enough for me. So you can see here, if I click on the different use cases, the first one being meetings and workshop, you have different templates for meetings and workshops. Since I'm doing this project alone, I don't really need this, right? Well, I could maybe get one that is a workshop one, where I'll workshop something by myself, but I don't really see the need for that. And then brainstorming and ideation, definitely a section that I took artifacts from. So yeah, there's really quite a lot of different types of templates that you can get from here. Very useful. I know a lot of the UX designers, this comes in very handy for them. I've seen one guy do like a persona diagram thing, which was very impressive for me, how he did it for one of the projects that I was doing for the company that I'm currently working for. So yeah, there's literally a host of templates there. And then you've got Agile workflows, you've got Kanban boards, PI planning, product roadmaps, your retrospective templates. A lot of them, like daily stand-ups, that's very important in a team. Another product roadmap, user story map. Maybe I should actually have a look at this one. Let's see. Oh yeah, so now something that you can do is you can preview, and when you preview, it will tell you about the template. Then if I just zoom in there, then you can see how the template looks like. I don't really like this one. Nah, I don't like templates that have like these just stickies like this and things and don't have actual lines. No, I don't like this one. So yeah, and then if I get out, sorry about that. You can then decide if you want to use a pre-filled template, meaning just as it is like this, or if you want to use a blank template. But let's use a better example. Let me show you rather using the product roadmap one. So preview and taking a while to load. All right, then let's zoom that in. So yeah, so this is the obviously the pre-filled template, and if I just zoom in there, it also explains to you how to use the different sections, which is really wonderful because it gives you some guidelines. But obviously you can also just use the template, but then execute it in a different way, which is something that I do a lot with some of these templates. And then if I want to add it to my board, I can say use blank template, and there it's on my board, and somehow it remembers to put it next to the other one. So obviously then from there, if I just quickly zoom in, I'm able to move the different so as you can see, you can move this around, so you can play around with this. Really, you don't need to use it as is, but if it's not broken for you, then obviously you use it as it is. And then I think the rest you can literally just if you decide to use Miro, you can have a look at yourself. Yes, wireframe. So I love that about this about Miro rather, that you can do wireframes. So here's an app wireframe. I'm not gonna do the app one. Where's the web one? There has to be a web one. Okay, I'll look for it. Okay, hold on. Let's use the search. There you go. There. So you've got app wireframe, you've got website wireframe, you have online sketching, iPhone app, storyboarding, whiteboard framing. So yeah, this is literally pretty cool, and you've got quite a few options here that you can choose from. And yeah, that's pretty much how I'm going to be using Miro. The whole idea for me really is to make sure that I complete this project by the 10th of January, or I need to submit by the 10th of January. And if I can get my ducks in a row up until this point here, which is where I need to do the code diagrams, then I am happy. I believe I would have done at least majority of the work to at least give me a pass mark. I hope so. But yeah, so this is it, guys.